Hey coach, I wanted to show you how to get started on Team Nation or 3 minutes or less. You'll log in, you'll go ahead and upgrade your license to the trial, and you'll continue on your way. You'll notice up at the top we have our three pillars. We've got our lessons and clinics, we've got our games and quizzes, and then obviously we've got the playbook, which you know. Now, starting with lessons, you of course can create your own from scratch. But don't worry, in order to get started in 3 minutes or less, we have tons of pre-made, ready-built content for you. All you have to do is go ahead and hit add, and then you can publish to your players, or you can immediately start editing. Obviously, things like templates or special teams, scouting reports, you might want to change as they're just templates. So go into any one of those, go ahead and hit publish, and then they're ready for your team to go in and start learning immediately. Now, same thing with our games and quizzes. As you go to our quizzes, of course, you can build your own. Think multimedia flashcards. But instead of starting from scratch, just go to our library and add things like route tree, penalties, basic terminology, even things like defensive line gapping techniques for our linemen, or things like defensive formations or football trivia, even basics of offense or QB terminology, pre-snap reads, and all the likes. They're all pre-made for you. You, of course, can edit, copy, or do anything you like to them. Now, as we go in there, what we'll want to make sure is that we'll go ahead and publish one so our athletes have something to play. You can do that by clicking these dots there. Now, as I go to my roster and I add a team member, in this case, we're going to add myself so you can see right here in front of you how fast this works. So I'll add me, we'll add my phone number. Of course, you can do this through kind of mass add. We'll put me as QB, receiver, and running back because I'd like to think I'm fast. We'll go ahead and hit invite, and then my phone is going to immediately receive a notification. So, as a player, I'll be invited to download the app or to immediately join the team. Now, as I click join, you'll notice the player side gets to see everything over here. Now, in this case, it was the Mustangs there, so we can go ahead and hit save, and now we're ready to play the game. Now, as we master the game, you'll notice everything that we've just put in is now available to play. So if I go into that defensive formations game that we published, you'll notice I can hit start, and as a player, I can immediately start learning all of these quick hits that they need to know. They'll watch their clips, think huddle, or anywhere you can grab it, you can start putting these into these multimedia flashcards. Now, as these players are playing that first game or that first quiz that you went on and published, you can go to our playbook. Again, you can create your own play from scratch, or you can add some of our pre-built content that's readily available. Drop down through our lists and sort. If you run a 3-4 or a 4-3, go ahead and grab those. In this case, we'll run the 4-3, and then I can add tons of defensive sets that are already built. All I have to do is click add to playbook, and they're there. Now, as you're off to the races, of course, you can start drawing more plays or adding them from scratch or adding them from our templates. They're editable, they're ready to go, and now you already have a player who's learning on the app playing these mini games in front of you. Coach, let's not delay. Obviously, Nick Saban talks about the capacity gap, what we're doing today versus what our potential is or what our skill is. And the reason that we meet that is by inputting it now. So get your players in this now, and we'll immediately be able to help them train and learn and be ready to go for the season.